Central bank digital currency success or not? No, 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 no. Anything but. Nigeria, which, quick trivia, how many people are in Nigeria? Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Check to see how many people are in Nigeria. I bet you will be way, way off. Probably off by at least 30, 40, maybe at least 50%, I bet, at least, on how many people are populated. So, answer, 200 plus million people. 200 plus million. And they are trying to roll out, by the way, if that didn't, as you're picking yourself up off your chair, because I just found that out like a year or two ago, that they have 200 plus million people here. 206 million people. They're the 7th most populated country in the world. That is mind-blowing. I had no idea. Literally zero idea that they are that big. I thought, Russia, Mexico, Japan, all these other countries had way more. No idea Nigeria was up there. So they have their eNaira, trying to bring out their central bank digital currency. And what you know, lo and behold, less than 0.5% of Nigerians are using the digital currency. Huh, that's really, really interesting. Is it because that it just, there's no demand for it? Probably. Is it because it's going to be a spy coin? Yes, probably. Let's think of a million reasons as to why that could be the case. So, I hesitate to make this video because I don't want people to be complacent and thinking, oh, yeah, great, just get to turn my back now and go back to daily life. Brandon, thanks for the 30-second, 1-minute update and back to daily life. This fight has just begun. Central bank digital currencies, as Natalie Smolinski points out and just actually talked about today with Sam Callahan on Cafe Bitcoin, we're talking all about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. We've talked a lot about them here on our channel, but I think it's the Texas Bitcoin Fund. I forget exactly where Natalie writes for, but she's an entrepreneur and works for some different advocacy outlets, and Sam Callahan writes a lot about this. I believe they're on Swan Bitcoin, where you can go check out all about CBDCs. I mean, in-depth, lengthy posts, research papers on central bank digital currencies and the dangers that they they pose for the average person. And it's great for the top 0.00001% of the controlling class, the ruling class, the unproductive class, but it's just a nightmare for the rest of the world. That is the dystopian future we are looking at. CBDC, central bank digital currencies, or sound money. What do we want? Do we want complete control and surveillance in the central bank digital currencies, or do we want freedom? That's really the choice that's in front of us. And again, we need hope. Humans need hope. And at the end of the day, this is a hopeful headline and some hopeful stats. They rolled this out a year ago, and it is 0.5%. So a year after launching Africa's first digital currency, Nigeria's central bank is turning to the nation's three-wheeler taxi operators to speed the adoption of the eNaira and trying to bribe people. They're going to begin trying to bribe people to use their coin, use their surveillance coin, as regulators across the world scrutinize its every move. It's offering a 5% discount. This is just the start. It'll start to get crazier and crazier things, just like we had saw stimmy checks here in the Western worlds, things like that. That'll happen more and more. You have child tax payment incentives. Eventually Mike Maloney says we'll have all of our tax rebates, brought back and offered to us, which probably will be offered through a central bank digital currency. Hey, if you use our central bank digital currency, we will offer you back all the taxes you've ever paid in your life. Now, that's pretty compelling. It'll be just massive inflation going forward, but that's great for governments because they can pay off through financial repression, which we just did in our last video. That's exactly how they're going to, and Linda Alden talks about this in the 40s after World War II, which is, she likens this time we're going through. It's from the 1940s. Financial repression is the way they used, just debasing the currency to pay off a lot of the debts. We have 120, 130% debt to GDP, just meaning we have a lot more debt to the actual production of the country and what we do here, and they need to get that down. They need to get that down. That's got to historically be below, I believe it's like 80, 90, 100%. It's got to be below that 90% mark, and we're at 120 plus. So we have to get that down, or governments have to get that down. But you can't, as Max Kaiser says, taper a Ponzi. Hence why we've talked so much about Bitcoin. You need an alternate system. You need another system to be built and to go to, because this fiat legacy system, Titanic, is going down. It's going down slowly. It's been years and decades. And just like the Titanic, it went down over hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. This is the same thing. Bitcoin is the life raft. It's the life raft off of this. Not saying you're going to get rich and go to the moon and stuff like that. And don't let people in the Bitcoin space, and don't let people that are anti-Bitcoin people or just the commentators. I mean, I love people like George Gammon. He talks about it, and I think he's a pretty objective guy. I don't know how much he studied Bitcoin. I think he studied a fair amount. I don't think he studied it to the degree of where he realizes, oh my gosh, this is the new future. This is actually the new system we need to be in, because he's still thinking a lot about just macro and and making more dollars, which is fine. We'll probably have dollars here for a little bit still. However, the ship is collapsing, the ship is sinking, and we need to get on the life raft. And again, they sometimes say you don't want to be the first person, you don't want to be the last person. And right now in the Bitcoin world, a lot of people in it are now the first people in. So I get that, the human nature aspect of that, but it's better to be 6 months earlier, better to be 6 years early than it is to be one day late, as they say. I don't know if that's Robert Kiyosaki or Jim Rickards who says that, but they're gonna keep bribing people to get in here. And the attempts to kickstart the digital currency, which has attracted just 1 in 200 people. So what is that? About 1 million people, or 500,000 people have joined in on the fray here. Yeah, 500 or so, around there, 1,000 people of a 206 million person economy. So this is coming, and I just wanted to offer up some hope as to what CBDCs are doing around the world. I believe there's Natalie and Sam were talking this morning. There's maybe half dozen countries around the world that are testing them in different phases. The Bank of International Settlements is trying to, spot select, oh, we're rolling it out here, rolling out there, and most likely it looks like they're trying different things in each currency and seeing what works, what doesn't work, because they're scared. They're very scared of Bitcoin. Ironically, you don't have to be. That's the beauty of all of it. Bitcoin is for your enemies, and Bitcoin is for your friends. Bitcoin's for everyone. Bitcoin's the most inclusive, most welcoming network on earth. We've never seen anything like it before, other than maybe Christianity, and that's it. It's an inclusive network. And people can argue with me about Christianity or Catholicism, but God welcomes all people, as does Bitcoin. Interesting, very interesting. Appreciate you. Thank you for your time and energy. Thank you for joining us here. Please let me know what we can do better and how we can move forward and provide better value, entertainment. And we're going to be doing some more of these videos throughout the day with our a little bit longer pieces we do, kind of our written pieces with our blog. But we're going to do a couple of these videos probably going every day about current events, things are going on, offering alarms, warnings, and hope as well, like this one. Hopefully this is a little hope of, hey, they get it. It's been a year and people get it. And so it does offer hope that humans, they understand freedom. So appreciate you. Please check out our other videos, one we just did earlier, again, about Blackstone limiting withdrawals. And I linked into their counterparty risk video I did, knowing your counterparty risk and who is a counterparty of the assets you own, whether it's real estate, life insurance, stocks, bonds. Doesn't matter what it is, your businesses. There's a counterparty in all those things. The only ones that I know of really are gold, silver, Bitcoin. The only ones that don't have counterparty risk. So, and especially, if you hold in your storage, right? If you hold Bitcoin on exchange, you have counterparty risk. If you hold gold and silver as paper ETFs, you have risk. If you hold them in your own possession, then you don't, right? If you say, hey, I've got, yeah, we're not going to go there. I appreciate you guys. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Again, let me know what you don't like about these shorter videos, the current event videos, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you for your time and energy. It's the most important asset we have. We'll see you on the next one.